Hello and welcome to a new video. Today we're going to take a look at a very interesting team here that's basically the most meta team that you can run, but I kind of wanted to spice it up a little bit, so I run Crunch on my Frostless. I'm going to explain later why, and we run Hyper Beam on the Obstagoon, which is definitely not the preferred moveset. You kind of want to run the cross chop there because of all the mirror matches and all the Vigoroth what you have around. But Hyper Beam still came in clutch and won me one game, particularly where I'm really happy that I won this game. Because you're gonna see a lot of times in this cup right now that the opponent likes to run Double Charm. Double Charm, I think I faced it now like 5 times in total already. Very, very cool. Definitely something that you want to see all the time, not. So yeah, Double Charm is kind of a problem for this team usually, but we actually won some times there. Here I make a stupid mistake going for the body slam. And also what we did with this team, we gained like 150 points, I think, like you saw me in the beginning at 2,414. I think you see at the end of the video where I end up. I put every single battle into this video as well. You're gonna see me hit a veteran in the middle of the video. And yeah, just in general, this team is super, super good. If you need a team to climb right now, I can definitely recommend this team after playing it right now. He has such a cool boost actually, which I don't think does a lot for me anymore. But yeah, we will never know. No, I just surrendered there. This was just a hard counter team. In this cup, you're gonna face a lot of hard counter teams. There are a lot of teams that are just completely not beatable for you. And yeah, this just happens. The Dana is actually a problem for this team kinda, because you only really have the lead there with the Frostless, which is pretty decent. Vigoroth can deal with it, but counter of course resisted, not the best. And the other thing, only if you hit a Hyper Beam, but that's kinda rare that you hit a Hyper Beam on a Pokemon. I think happened to me twice that I hit one in this video, so definitely happened at least a few times. And I think we went, let me not like lie there, I think we went 12-3 with this team. So yeah, that should be pretty nice. I went 5-0 in the beginning, I think I went 3-2 then and 4-1. So definitely a really solid team, can definitely recommend it. Why Hyper Beam over Gunk Shot? Good question actually. Hyper Beam hits a lot of things neutral. Gunk Shot you get to that one turn before, and it's good against the fairy types, of course. You can run cross chop, as I said already before, if against Obstagoon or against the other normal types. Like usually, in my opinion, cross chop is kinda overkill because you don't really need it. It's sometimes better, but it's something that you don't always need, and that's like something in general that I think I rather take the nuke move that can win me some games in a crazy way than just basically go for another move that I already have 2 types courage with like twice counter in general. Like doesn't really make sense to go for cross chop on this thing as well. And yeah, we see a lot of double charm teams, which is annoying. Here we have an Obstagoon against us. We have an Obstagoon Magnezone, which is actually a cool Pokemon, which I'm also going to try to use. But this team also hard countered me as well. I think that was my first game I played actually. Immediately against a Charm User and Magnezone. Very perfect. That's what you like to see. But does it really matter? We're gonna see here if it matters or not. It definitely does not, because we're gonna survive a move. We're gonna be able to farm down in time. I actually should have thrown a move there, I think, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I just still had the balls to farm down. Easy peasy. The thing with the Crunch on Frostless, why did I run Crunch on Frostless? If you saw my meta analysis video, I said basically never run Crunch on Frostless. Why do I do it now? Reason being is this team in general kinda has a problem against Frostless leads. Otherwise, like usually I'll use mirrors because I always like I cannot really deny moves and where I live and with the phone I have and with the connection I have, which is sadly the case. So I kinda needed an out for Frostless. And my out for Frostless is Frostless. Because Crunch Frostless wins in the 2 shields all the time, no matter what, against the Shadow Ball version. There's no scenario where this Frostless loses in the 2 shields against it. If you get a shield on the first Crunch and you get the debuff, you also win the 1 shield scenario easily, because you can get to the move faster and you can KO him after the debuff. I think also if the opponent lets the first one go, I think, and you get a debuff, you might be able to farm down, which is cool. But in general, Crunch does around 62% or something to another Frostless, while the Shadow Ball would easily one-hit KO it. I think like 102% it does. So you do less damage. It wouldn't KO if you're in the zero shield scenario, but because we are A, in the lead, and B, we have a lot of Pokemon still on the back that don't really need shields that much, and in general, like Vigoroth doesn't really want to face a Frostus, so I'd rather have it gone already in the lead. I thought Crunch might be a decent idea. Guess how many Frostus leads we faced? 0. There was not a single Frostus lead I faced, so Crunch was kinda necessary, but you never know. And here is the beautiful moment of this video. Lickitung double charm by Ninetales. Now we have enough health because my opponent lagged one turn there, so sorry about this. I think I would have lost otherwise. I am a fair sportsman and say that, but it happens to me all the time against me, so I'm just gonna take this one. And good game there with your double charm team, and it was super annoying. Like there were so many double charm teams and it was just so annoying. Talonflame double charm, Lickitung double charm. You have to be definitely careful about this and have to have a team that can deal with this. This is actually not the best team to deal with this, but it still worked, so I cannot complain. This got me to a veteran now, which is of course not the craziest achievement. I think actually the elo I have there was elo that would have put me on the leaderboards as well, which is hilarious. But yeah, you know me, I already tanked like for 70 games this season with 10 CP Pokemon. I play some Spice usually. Here, usually I put like the best teams in the beginning out there for you so you can climb with them. This one is definitely one of them. And yeah, when I use those teams, usually I go very positive, which happened here as well. I'm gonna showcase most likely a lot more good teams next few days or whatever, and then I'll try to spice around a little bit more. I have some spice ideas, but we have to see. Another thing, tomorrow's video at 1 PM my time, like the usual time where I upload, gonna be a little bit different because it's gonna be about the Common Day. I know a lot of people already have made like analysis about this, but mine is a little bit different because there's like one Pokemon specifically that you definitely kind of want to get from the Common Day on the weekend. You should look at this because it's a reason that I haven't seen anybody else talk about this, and it is very interesting. So yeah, if you are hyped for this, we actually win this game barely. I don't know why my opponent swapped there. I think if he didn't swap there, we would have lost this, but hey, thanks for that. But yeah, tomorrow's video gonna be interesting. Of course, if you don't want to miss that, subscribe if you haven't already. Always have to say that like every good YouTuber does, because it actually helps way more, especially like likes or comments. All this helps way more for YouTuber to get recognized by other people and get showcased from YouTube. So that's why we say that, not just to annoy people. But back to the video. Here, Turnet actually is not that bad for the Vigoroth. You can actually do like a lot of damage with a Body Slam there, which is hilarious. My opponent went into Vigoroth there as well, which is cool. I take that. I can go into my little Frostless there. I should have maybe went for the Crunch. This would KO him if he let it go. He let it go. Very nice. We can go into our Obstagoon, and my opponent has a Lantern. And I want to go actually for the Hyper Beam to KO this thing, but then I thought, maybe not. And my opponent perfectly catches down on Trevenant, so I was kind of, not the best. I at least shield the Hydro Pump. You're most likely gonna get to another Hydro Pump in time. We can go for some Night Slashes here and at least get some guaranteed damage. Maybe I can go for a Crunch then on my Frostless. Or we're just gonna catch the move here. And that's exactly what we're gonna do here. Gonna be able to catch this Hydro Pump, gonna be able to get actually still to the Crunch there, which is nice. And bye-bye Lantern, and we're gonna win this game there with our crunching Frostless. Obama lead. Obama has literally no play against his team. There's nothing where Obama really wants to win against. But this game, I played horrible. This is a game that I should have won. This is basically, I would have been 13-2 then. And yeah, I didn't, and you're gonna see why. Like, the thing with me is, if you know me already, I'd rather lose and try to do something funny than win and not at least try to do it. So what we're gonna do here is shield with our Obstagoon. we have an Aerodactyl against us. We would have been an easy wins condition there if we just went for Night Slash, because either we would have farmed down with our Frostless and would have been fine there, or we just like, yeah, I tried to go for the Hyper Beam. Didn't work out. My opponent got to the move in time. We're gonna lose because of this. We would have easily been able to win this game if I just went for the Night Slashes, even like 2. Like either I would have KO'd him and had enough health for the Aerodactyl, or I would have put him into range for the Frostless to farm down and get to a move against the Aerodactyl either. So there was literally no way I could have lost this unless I tried to meme around there, which I did. So I'm sorry. What happens? Like, I don't really mind the loss at this point of time. I actually would have liked to know how my win-loss ratio would be in general if I always tried my best and didn't like do memes or YouTube or just forfeit because of queue times the whole time. It actually would have been interesting. But yeah, like I basically forfeited or like general went away from competitive play in Pogo for several reasons. One, just enjoyment, and of course YouTube being the case, but in general it's just not worth it to care too much about like rating or like get angry at something for like usually if you actually care about this game and care about your wins and your losses and how you stand on the leaderboards, you will get annoyed at the game at a certain time and you would like most likely quit this game. Because there are a lot of very unfair things in this game, and I don't say algorithm doesn't exist. Stop that, please, thanks. But we have like unfair things like, what's it called? Like, yeah, fast move denial, in general, the connection issues that you have, all those nice things, XL that are not available for everybody, regionals that are locked in certain locations where you can get access, and like right now, for example, for Holiday Cup, we have the best Pokemon for like what PvPoke says is Pachirisu in this cup. Yeah, local at some parts of Canada. Have fun getting that, have fun getting a Hundo, have fun getting 296 XL candy for this thing. Yeah, just not gonna really happen here. We lose the Double Charm. Cool. I mean, even Talonflame Double Charm, what do you want to do with this team? There's like literally no play there. But these things just happen. Like, you are bound to face some hard counter lines, and this is totally okay. I mean, how many Double Charm teams did we face today? It's just insane. I don't want to play this game anymore. But no. Actually, the thing that I have to say though, today, like what I played yet, I think I had one game when the Theros kind of acted up a little bit weird. And this is not in this video, but the first game I played with my new team, and I lost this game as well. But other than that, the servers were pretty nice. Also here, I have the tough decision. I know that there's a Wiggly Tough in the back with already energy, so I had to let this go even though we had a shield, because I couldn't really take a play rough. Play rough would have done more there than the ice, water ball ice there. So we had to let it go, and we're gonna win there even with a shield against Double Charm again. So fine with that. Atari against us. Lag. Okay, I just said the servers are good, and now we have lag there. Sorry, but what the hell is this? Electric? What? I know, like, this thing has, I think, Crunch and Discharge and Spark as a quick move. So it's not that bad, and I see, like, maybe you have this, like, to get some damage against the Frostless, but what? And I think my opponent also has a very spicy small boy in the back, if I remember correctly, but we have to see. I think I just hard counter my opponent here right now, if I remember correctly. Yeah, it's a Litneo, there's nothing my opponent can do here anymore. And yeah, again, like I just got hard counter before the game from Talonflame Double Charm. I just hard countered my opponent here with like my team there. Things like this happen. This is like something that a lot of people just don't see and like blame on the weird algorithm which doesn't exist. You also basically hard counter others. Like you have the same on your side than on the opponent's side, but most of the time people just see the negative things more than the positive things, so they don't say, oh wow, today I hard counter nearly everybody from my opponents. No, you only see on Twitter and stuff like this, oh, I got hard counter the whole way. It's just like, yeah. As well as then, if you think about it, if you only get hard countered, someone else only has to hard counter other people. But like, why don't you see that then? I don't know, like just in general, you know, my thoughts about algorithm bullshit and stuff like this in general. It just sadly made up by one person who kind of wanted to, yeah, have an excuse for not taking Legend, which is kind of sad. But don't let you, like, other people blame you or whatever. Like, there is nothing else than your own skill level that is important. There are games that you cannot win. This is a fact. Like, there are games where it's just completely hard counter and you cannot do anything. But it's not like some weird algorithm that only picks you, that looks down on you and wants to, like, troll you out of Go Battle League. That is not what happens. There is no one looking for that. But yeah, this is just how it is. Here we're gonna catch the Night Slash, which is perfect, but my opponent decides to boost. Thanks for that. Yeah, this is of course very difficult now, because otherwise this matchup would have been perfectly fine and we most likely would have won this matchup, because we also get an extra quick move in. We would have won most CMP tests there, and he most likely would have shielded more of my moves, but like this, we didn't. And this is unfortunate. But can we still win the game? We will see. As my opponent went in the process, I think this might be a win for us. So yeah, here we are 4-1, we had a 3-2 before and a 5-0 in the beginning, so definitely a solid team. What can I say more? I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like, I would appreciate that. Comment below what cup you're gonna play and also what team you want to play. Are you excited for this holiday cup? I'm kinda scared about the Charmers after the first day there, but maybe we can figure out some teams that can deal with all the Charmers as well. Other than that, have the great rest of the day there and see you in the next video. Bye!